Hi everyone, I'm your host JK, and today we're claiming the lost art of conversations. We interact all the time electronically, but I want to know how well we actually know each other. And I'm armed with a book that's with questions to learn people. I'm currently sitting at a bus stop, and I'm ready to see the next person next to me is interested in a smartphone screen. Excuse me, sir. I'm doing a bit of a podcast here. I'm trying to prove that people are more fascinating than TikTok feeds. Do you have 5 minutes to be a local legend?
Yeah. I got 5 minutes for you.
Okay, now I got a list of rapid fire questions from this book. And I'm pretty sure it's going to make you do a second look. Now, just so everybody out there knows, do I know you?
No.
Okay, my name is JK. What's your name, man?
My name is Byron, Coach Wilson.
Coach Wilson. Okay, that's the first thing we learned. Got a coach sitting right next to me on the bus. He don't know when I'm getting off the bus. I don't know what time he getting off the bus. But check this out. The art of conversation has not been lost. Now, I'm going to ask you, Coach Byron, a few questions now. 5 to be exact, because I don't know what time you're getting off the bus. This first question is called the origin story. The question, Coach, where did you grow up? And what is one thing you would change about the place if you can go back in time?
I grew up right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. One thing I change about the place is the dynamic of sports, how it's evolved from first day to now.
Hold on. So the dynamics back then was like what compared to?
Wasn't nothing happening.
Nothing.
We lived in hoods, minority groups, and it wasn't nothing as advanced as it was right now.
Okay, and what would you change back then? Like, how would you change it?
I give the youth a way out.
Okay, as the coach should say. Okay, so we recognize right now we got a Las Vegas original. Okay, not a transplant, but somebody is born and raised there who's seen Las Vegas grow. Coach, how old are you, my man?
41.
41. Okay. 80s, baby, for sure. Next question, Coach. The schoolyard. What was your favorite subject in high school, and why did you like it?
I like geography.
Damn.
Yeah, geography was pretty cool. Not only did you learn the lay of the land, you learned the cultures and the diversity.
Okay.
The different political feats were more interesting when you learned their way of living.
Oh shit. Okay, so so you really do like people then. You just like to see them. Okay. They go to coach, and now you see why he's a coach, folks, and dealing with. Well, okay, let's talk about this coaching thing, man. So how long you been doing coaching?
I started coaching after football, so I picked it up actually as I was trying to have a child, you know what I mean? So I was about 28, and I walked to the park one day right over on the football field over at Ed Fountain. I walked over there, and they had all the kids out there practicing, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it was pretty neat because 2 white guys, I'll never forget it, you know what I mean? Really didn't know much about football, just went to a good football school, which was Centennial, and they had them a little team, but they needed help. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They knew what they was doing, but they didn't know what they was doing.
Okay.
And I just remember taking that group and being able to do what I wanted to do with that group without nobody interfering with what I wanted to do or me interfering with anything else that anybody had going with those kids. And I remember taking those kids and we went to Doolittle and you know what I mean? And a lot of them came from a little rough neighborhood over there on the west side, but the fact was we made them kids play football at a level they didn't know they could play football at.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
So you showed them their potential. And it was off of sheer luck, just you walking to a park.
Just me walking to a park and knowing it was football over there and seeing it and seeing what was going on. You know what I mean?
Wow, Coach. So that means you've been coaching for more than a decade now.
I mean, I left it alone for some time.
Okay.
I left it alone, and then I picked it back up. Surprisingly not, I picked it back up in Nebraska, and I turned it down at first.
Okay.
I knew I didn't have the time. And then as I accumulated time, I got myself situated, I accumulated time. I knew it was something to do, so I called to do it. Met with the head coach or whatnot, brought me on, and it was one of the greatest experiences I ever had, and I knew what I wanted to do at that point. At this time, I was separated from my child, so you know what I mean?
Okay.
But he had picked up the ball on his own.
Okay.
Not on his own, but on his own. You know what I mean?
Okay, Coach. So, you know, in coaching, there's different leagues. Like, so what age group are you dealing with right now?
I like to deal with the older group.
Okay, and what age range is that?
About 12, 13. Anywhere from 13 going into high school, that's my benefit. But sometimes you got to get them younger. So I said about 11, 12. Yeah, they're going to play some football.
All right, so you got to break this down for society that's listening right now. Who are you coaching now? And what do y'all practice at? And when is the season start and when is the season over?
So right now we're going into our spring season. I coach 13, which most of the kids are turning 14, which means they are going into high school. So this is the 8th grade year going into high school.
Nice.
And that's the benefit of what I do, because I know I set them on the path, knowing that they're going into high school prepared and going to do what they're going to do. And mind you, a lot of these kids come from nothing, so them playing that 12th and 13th season, you know, understand what I'm saying? It propels them into going to school and doing what they actually do.
Well, yeah, because in psychology, they say in child development, 12 to 16 is when most children are trying to figure out who they're going to be.
They're easily influenced, and peer pressured.
Come on.
But if you give them an avenue,
right,
which they never had an avenue, a lot of them going to succeed. Not only that, some of them, you know, some of them have been playing ball since they was 8, 10, you know what I mean, in and out. Or none of them took it serious. A lot of times you get kids, especially in this valley, where the mom and dad ain't got the benefits, you know what I mean, or a single mother home.
Come on.
You know, so we gotta take care, and then we wonder how these kids end up in so many situations, or how our streets so messed up, or you know, just dissolving. Is because nobody puts time back into the kids and raising them, teaching them how to be young men, or teaching them how to be themselves.
That part. So
not even saying, hey, we gotta shame you for being from where you from or anything. No, we just gotta set you on the right path and allow you to be yourself in this avenue. Because a lot of them love the sport, right? It's an aggressive sport. It's physical. They get the look they want. They get the coolness they want. They get the brownie points from the girls. You know what I mean? But not only that, they understand the hard work it takes. They understand the dedication it takes. They understand, I got to show up every day. I got to show, you know what I mean? I'm on a schedule. I can't just disappear in this world. I can't be at the homie house smoking weed with all the rest of them. That makes sense?
Okay.
You know, I can't do the things that most of my peers are doing.
True. So that's discipline, right? And then, so what team are you coaching for now?
So I own the Sin City Dawgs.
Okay. And when is the end of the season?
So the end of the season will be May. So end of May, we will be our last run together as a team, as a youth football team. It'll be the boys' last time playing youth football ever in their life.
And when is the start of the season?
It starts up in March.
All right.
We start right now.
Okay, so if people needed to find you, how would they find you?
They go on NYS, Nevada Youth Sports, or they just look up, Sin City Dawgs on Instagram, or pretty much, you just look up in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you'll find Sin City Dawgs.
Now, my man, I don't know what time your bus stop gonna come, so I'm gonna rush these next questions. You ready?
Yeah.
This is called the daily grind. First of all, are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a morning person.
All right.
I tend to be a night owl at times.
Okay, so it varies.
It varies.
Okay, cool. Now, what is your signature habit when you wake up?
My signature habit when I wake up is to evolve my day. Obviously, take care of what I need to take care of, my hygiene and whatnot. Figure out my day. Am I staying in? What do I have to get done around here? Or what are my plans for this day? If it doesn't involve me going to work or anything like that, how does my schedule look until nighttime, which is where I go? I gotta go to practice and do what I gotta do.
So the habit is just the basics. Wash face, brush teeth. You a coffee drinker, tea drinker?
Coffee drinker. I love caffeine.
Okay, so
energy drinks now. Coffee's kind of lost art.
Makes sense. Coach got to have that energy, be ready, answer them phones, and get them youngsters in line. All right. The next question, Coach, is called hidden talents. Do you believe in the power of imagination or have any secret sixth senses? Like, ESP or just knowing when stuff is going to happen or the fluttering in your stomach, just the sixth sense. You believe in that stuff?
I believe, no. Okay. I believe I read people very well, you know what I mean? I believe what's happening is going to happen. Okay. I don't believe it's already predestined.
Okay, so you do have intuition when you get around people. You can sense some stuff.
You know what I mean? How you breathe with somebody, or you know how you relate to somebody, or you know you feel certain things about certain people in this day and age.
That part exactly. All right, Coach.
You gotta read the room, right?
Read the room. All right, that comes from the coach's mouth. Now check this out, man. If you had a kid and you on the bus, your kid troubled, and you don't know what to do, you see you would have been in your phone tripping, looking at some TikTok dances or some bullshit, and the coach was right next to you, but you were scared to have a harder conversation. Now, Coach, next question. The career pivot. If you could choose any other career right now, regardless of money, what would it be?
Oh man, I'd love to be a college football coach.
Oh shit. You sticking to the coach dynamic. And what college would you want to go for?
I wouldn't care.
You were just college coach, huh?
Yeah, just a college coach. I wouldn't care.
That's cool, folks. What I'm getting from you, Coach, is that you really got this mentoring, overseer, father-like essence about you, man. And it makes me think maybe you were the big brother, or were you the only male in the house? What gave you that sense of guidance and direction and wanting to be the overseer and protector?
I think it was for myself. I was the only male in the house. You know what I mean? So I had to go outside and play ball. You know what I mean? I had to learn these things upon myself, and at times I didn't really cry about it, but I certainly wish there was someone else there. You know what I mean?
That part.
So I always had to be the go.
Okay, so being that was missing in your life for somebody else, this is what drove you and what drives you. Okay. Last thing, Coach, because my bus stop finna come up, and I want to thank you for taking your time to meet a total stranger. My name is JK, and it goes like this. The question is called the future self. What are you looking forward to becoming? And if you were 80 years old, what would you tell yourself now?
Looking on becoming somebody that will always be dependent upon. Not necessarily in a financial state, but in a mental state, in a directional state. You know what I mean? I tell my 80-year-old self that did very well by these young men.
And there we go, folks. You just heard another episode of Bustop Diaries with your boy JK and Coach Byron. Is there anything you want to say before I get off this bus? Because the bus air brakes are going off right now.
Peace out. Take care of yourself, man, and learn how to communicate.
All right. And is there any social media handles or anything like that you want to drop to the people?
Just my name, Byron Wilson.
All right.
Instagram. That's it.
Coach Wilson,
That's
Sin
it,
City
folks.
Dawgs.
Another episode done. Thank you for being on Bustop Diaries.
Coach Wilson, Sin City Dawgs.